This is lesson 2, properties of graphs of quadratic relations. It's section 3.2 in your textbook. We're going to recall what we learned from our last lesson, and that was section 3.1 in your textbook. So the first thing that we're going to go over is what standard form of a quadratic relation is, and that's when you have an equation that's in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So we understand this to be the standard form of a quadratic relation. You can see I have a typo here. I have standard from, so let's go ahead and change that to form. All right. The graph of a quadratic relation is a parabola. We know it looks like a U shape. The degree of a quadratic relation is 2. The second differences of a quadratic are constant. And we discovered in our last lesson that if a is greater than 0, which means a is positive, then the parabola opens up, and the second differences are going to be positive. If a is less than 0, or a is negative value, then the parabola opens down, and the second differences are negative. What we're going to do today is take a look at the properties of a quadratic relation, and we're going to start with terminology. So the first word we're going to learn is vertex. And vertex is the highest or lowest point of a parabola. And this point, the variables that represent it are h and k. And we're just going to go ahead and look at this example down here so we can see in this case, this point right here is the lowest point because the parabola is opening up. That is the vertex. And it's known as HK, the ordered pair. All right. Now, if the parabola is opening down, then it would be the highest point. If the parabola is opening up, then it is the lowest point. Okay, the next terminology we need to be familiar with is axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry is a vertical line through the vertex of the parabola. Let's go ahead and we'll look at our diagram again. So it's a vertical line that goes through the vertex. We can see this yellow dotted line here. That goes through the vertex. This is our axis of symmetry. You can see what it does is it basically cuts the parabola in half, and then the points on either side are almost a mirror image of each other. So the axis of symmetry, since it's a vertical line, it's represented as x equals, right? Because we know that a vertical line goes through the x-axis, and in this case it goes through the x-axis at the x value of the vertex, and the x value is going to be the h right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and in this example, let's actually write what the vertex is. So this vertex would be 1, -4 in this case. I'll put it in a different color so we know this is the example. So we know it's 1, -4. And then for the axis of symmetry, it's going to be x equals -1 is the axis of symmetry. And you always write it in the form of a vertical line. So let's go ahead and put that underneath. We know that it's going to be x equals h, which is the x value of the vertex. All right, optimum value. And I have another spelling error. You can see I obviously didn't spell check. There should be no I there. So optimum value. This is the highest or lowest y value of the parabola. So the highest or lowest y value of the parabola. So when we look at our example, the lowest y value right here is going to be -4 for this one. And what do you notice in the vertex? It's the y value of the vertex. So this case, it's the lowest because the parabola is opening up, and if the parabola opens down, it's going to be the highest. So let's go ahead and put both of those in. So our first point will be if the parabola opens up, which is what our example is below, so if the parabola opens up, then the y value of the vertex is called a maximum. So it's the y value of the vertex sorry, I said that wrong, is a minimum. So in this case, we have our parabola is opening up, and we can see the minimum value is -4. So this is the lowest possible y value, and it is also the y value of the vertex. So let's go ahead and the highest value of the vertex. So what I want to do is put in brackets that it's k. So let's put it right here, that this is the k value. So it's going to be 0k, right? Actually, let's just put, in this case, let's just put k. Okay, so it's the k value of the vertex. All right, now what if the parabola opens down? So if the parabola is opening down, it is still the y value of the vertex, but it's not called a minimum. So the y value of the vertex is the optimum value, and we call it is a maximum. Now, if this isn't making sense to you right now, no worries. Just make sure you copy it all down. When we go to our examples, we'll be referring back to it. All right, x-intercepts. You guys are very familiar with x-intercepts from our linear relations, our lines. We know this is where a graph would cross the x-axis, and in this case, it is where, it is where the parabola crosses the x-axis. Okay, so in this case, we can see here is where the parabola crosses the x-axis. So these are the x-intercepts, and the x-intercepts actually have more than one name. These can also be called the zeros or the roots. Okay, so those are our x-intercepts. So in this case, the x-intercepts are -1 and 3. Now, just like the vertex has letters HK to represent it, so does the zeros. And so the letters that represent are the R and S that represent the x-intercepts. So R and S are the letters that we use, and they're also known as zeros and roots. Okay, lastly, we have the y-intercept. So the y-intercept, you guys again are familiar with that concept. That's going to be where the parabola crosses the y-axis. I forgot how to spell again. Okay, crosses the y-axis. Okay, and so if we look right here, there's my y-intercept. And in this case, the y-intercept is -3. All right, we're going to go ahead and practice those properties of our graphs on the next page. So go ahead and turn the page and we'll look at our first example. So using the graph provided to the right-hand side of the page, we're going to identify what the coordinates of the vertex are. So let's label. Here's the vertex, and I can see that that ordered pair is going to be 2, 1. Okay, so that's the vertex. Next, we'll state the optimum value. So the optimum value we learned is going to be the highest or lowest y value of the vertex. So in this case, the optimum value is 1. And we have to define, is this a minimum or a maximum? Because the parabola is opening down, it's the highest possible value, so we call this a maximum. Okay, next we're going to take a look at what is the equation of the axis of symmetry. So I'm going to go ahead and draw it in. The axis of symmetry is the vertical line that passes through the vertex. And this line goes through the x-axis at 2. So there's our axis of symmetry. Don't just write 2. You need to write it as the equation of a vertical line. So x equals 2 would be the proper form. Okay, now we're looking at the zeros. So we can see the zeros, another name for zeros, remember, is x-intercept. So it's where the relation crosses the x-axis. So where I've identified are here. So we know 1 and 3 are the zeros or the x-intercepts. And it says, if you calculated the second differences, what would their sign be? So if I had a table of values of this graph, the second differences would be negative because the parabola is opening down. Let's go ahead and write that in. So the second differences would be negative because the parabola is opening down. All right, let's go ahead and look at example 2. Example 2 says the zeros of a quadratic relation are 1 and 5. The second differences are positive. We're going to sketch the graph of the quadratic relation. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our values. Fill in our Cartesian plane. So we know x is to the right, y is to the top. Here's our origin, and we'll scale the axis. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and plot the zeros. So the zeros, remember, another name for it is x-intercepts. So the x-intercepts are 1 and 5. So at 1 and 5. So I know that's where my parabola crosses the x-axis. It tells me that my second differences are positive. If my second differences are positive, I know that means that my parabola opens up. So I can draw a sketch. I don't know where the vertex is, but I do know that the vertex has to be somewhere along this line because that's directly in the middle of the two zeros. So my vertex is somewhere along here. I'm not sure where, so I'll just do a sketch. And I know it's opening up again because my zeros, my second differences are positive. All right, is the optimum value or maximum or min? So remember, the optimum value is the lowest point. So we know that it's going to be a minimum since the parabola is opening up. So minimum. Is the y value of the vertex positive or negative? Well, I can see that it's below the x-axis. So the y value has to be negative. And I have to determine the x value of the vertex. Well, the x value of the vertex, we can see is going to be x is 3. We don't know the y value, but we can see because it's between the 2 points that x has to be 3. All right, I'm going to put a pause on this because my video is at 14 minutes, and I'll come back and do example 3 in the next video.